Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I don't know, it's a boy Abu just getting here representing for Food Sports TV. And yeah, tonight, have a decent panel. Gentlemen, what's going on?
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Yeah, good night, everyone.
Good night, good night. It's good to be back, you know.
Yeah, as you can see, speaking of back, please take a minute or a second for well forward back, LT Jiggy. It's been a minute,
Yeah,
you
it's been
know?
a while, you know. Oh,
Yeah, man, and
serving the community.
it is that, it is that. And Blacks did miss a
I
few
don't want you
minutes.
in your personal life, you. Fine.
Yeah, and we have Blacks back on the panel, you know. It's a Liverpool thing. But anyways, and we have Shane in the building. But we're not go too tired tonight. We have a lot to discuss. You understand? First we're gonna review the Premier League games and then preview. Well, we have midweek games, so yeah, we got to get to that and then we talk about the Ballon d'Or and then yeah, we see where the show go from there.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so fresh out the Blacks. The first game, Arsenal, Newcastle.
Or is it
Okay.
Norwich, Newcastle?
No,
Huh?
Norwich.
Newcastle.
What did you say?
Norwich.
What are you talking about, Jimmy?
Am I looking at the wrong thing?
Yeah, man, it was Arsenal Newcastle.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Arsenal, Newcastle. What am I talking about?
What is Jiggy talking about? This is shocking.
You
I
must be
think he
drinking
said
grape-
Norwich
drinking
beat
grape
Newcastle.
juice. Are you drinking fermented grape juice, sir?
Did he say Norwich beat Newcastle?
No, hold on, man. Aren't you saying we are previewing the
No,
matches
no,
coming
no.
up?
A review.
No, we're gonna review
Oh,
first.
yeah, review. Okay.
Review then
Okay.
preview.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so it was job done by Arsenal. You know,
Absolutely.
you play who is in front of you and 3 points and move on. You know,
And then was that another clean sheet?
yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna put my hand up again. Ramsdale will have more brilliant stuff. You know, Black so much fantasy points to get for Ramsdale.
Only 7, but that's how I got.
yeah.
um,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, but overall, before we came on, we were talking about Chelsea and who they have played. Arsenal has had a kind schedule in some respect also, and what they have been doing, and I think it's a good thing, is taking care of these small teams and get smashed by Liverpool, but they have been taking care of business when they play these smaller teams, and it's a good thing. You know how the Premier League is. You need to beat these teams and then try to be competitive against the better teams. Right now, they are not very competitive against the better teams, but they are beating these teams. So it's a good look from that perspective. Newcastle now, on the other hand, look like they're going down. It's been horrible what they have looked like. They are still the only team without a win in the Premier League.
Yeah. People always talk about the new manager bounce. I mean, if they don't win the next game, they're in serious issues. Relegation, 6-pointer, forwarding up really early in the season, or relatively early, but they need to start picking up some results. All is not lost, but to look bleak.
But the amazing part about that is also that who is the coach from Norwich?
Yes, we get it. Aston Villa manager.
Aston Villa former coach who got fired, and they seem to get a bounce since he went over there. Dean Smith.
Yeah.
Dean Smith, you know, he's the coach over there. He seemed to get a tune out of Norwich now. They won 2 of the last 3 games, I think. Out of the last 3 games. You know, so from that perspective, it's looking very bleak for Newcastle. You know.
It's a good manager. So it's fascinating when we heard about Dean Smith and him going to the interview. Because I think the news forwarding out of Norwich was that they will go hire Frank Lampard, and apparently when them interviewed Dean Smith, them was wooed by in football conversation, and they end up hiring him. And I thought that was a sound footballing decision they made. We hire somebody who have experience both championship level and Premier League. So I thought that's interesting. still don't think that Norwich will stay up. But whatever happens, even if they do get relegated again, he'll have a certain level of experience going forward with that team. You know, so I thought that was a good and sound footballing decision by them.
But to stay on the Newcastle thing though, it's not looking good. That's the thing. It's looking like the way Norwich look in the first 5 games or 6 games of the season. That's how Newcastle is looking right now. You know, a team that is just completely out of their depth. You know, and you don't see how weird they're gonna turn it around. You know, Saint Maxim seemed to have kind of died out a little bit after a night as a hype to start the season. You know, say if you get the ball to Harry Wilson, to
Callum
Wilson, he will score goals. But right now, they are just not doing it, and they're in deep trouble right now. And those
I've seen bringing Ryan Fraser, which I didn't even remember when they're Newcastle. I've seen bringing him in and try to get a little bit more creativity. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, even if so they can get to January and they spend a little bit of money, you know what I mean, try to throw a little bit of money at it Newcastle. It's still going to be difficult, man, because there's so many teams in our Premier League what in they fight with have real quality.
Yeah.
So it might be difficult for them to even pick up results.
But
especially
didn't Ryan Fraser quit on this coach?
Yeah, exactly. It's funny.
The same coach.
Yeah, small world, yeah, absolutely. But again, it's one of them things where you would look funny and say, me know say somewhere along the line you have quality, right?
Yes.
So if you have in my club, why not play him? You know, but he hasn't been doing anything ever since he left Bournemouth, to be honest.
But wasn't Buju trying to get him to go to Arsenal for after the Philippine assist 1 year?
A lot of people was trying to get him to go.
I was trying to get him into my fantasy team when he had that brilliant season, but other than that, I don't know what you're talking about. But
So
speaking of Dean Smith, one project. You think Villa pressed the panic button too early, or was the expectation too much, meaning that them spend all that money?
No, I think that sometimes you just can't. I don't think he's a bad manager either. I just think that a new voice sometimes is needed, and it just seemed like him hit bump in a road, and I then just couldn't pick up the results.
Can't recover.
I mean, remember, say they spend a good amount of money to everything, so
Yeah.
they may want to get results that they weren't getting. Now, Steven Gerrard forward in there and pick up two good wins. I think it was 2-1 wins in pickup.
2-1.
They won last week.
Okay,
One.
yeah. But and we'll see how that goes. But I don't fault them at all for getting rid of him.
But-
I don't think it's about it's about
Saying that 2 things can also be true, as you always say, where I think I brought in 5 players and he has never played, gotten all of them on the field together. So what he was hoping for in terms of the players, he just never got a chance. Injuries have been a big problem for them to start the season. And I think no more than 2 of those players ever played together for the entire time before he got fired. And you have to look at it in that context, you know. So,
So this is what I'd say about the whole Norwich and Aston Villa. So we always have this debate about coaches and what effect coaches have on players. And some people think it's players more than coaches. Some people would argue that it's coaches more than players. But what I would do anecdotally is look at Chelsea. Before Tuchel took over, Christiansen, Rudiger, Aspilicueta couldn't get a game out of Lampard, right? And they had a horrible defense. Everybody loved the offense. We like watching Chelsea score 4 goals, but they concede 5, concede 4, and it was good football. I never really respected Lampard highly as any great coach, but I can say that his offensive football, his acumen was very good, similar to how he played, right? But the defensive side was poor. When they brought in Tuchel, he put in those players and he has this defensive system that he works. And Chelsea has the best defense since last year. And it looks like they might even break the record of Mourinho's defense, 10 years ago, whatever, right? With the same players that could not play for Lampard at all because said, hey, you guys are not good, go away, right? So much so that people wanted to transfer out of Chelsea. So when you look at Aston Villa, I agree with them firing Dean Smith. It doesn't mean that Dean Smith is a bad coach. It means that whatever style he was trying to work with Aston Villa for the last 4 years just never really gel. But
He kind of stole my
and
thunder.
then the Norwich coach, he's not a bad coach, but he was playing this expansive attacking brand of football that really is not working in the EPL because they were conceding so much. And now Dean Smith got here, set up a more defensive unit. It's a new coach boost, but he also set up a more defensive unit with the young talent that he has, with Puki being the oldest one in the front. But he has a young talented group with the wing backs, the full backs, right? And he said, let's be more defensively solid. The team look better. Aston Villa look better because Lampard coming. I'm not saying, because Gerrard coming. I'm not saying that Gerrard is a great coach, but he's a different voice with a different system, and those players might adjust to him better, right? So when you look at it across the landscape, yeah, Aston Villa should have fired him because they brought in 100 million. 3 years ago, remember we discussed it?
Yeah,
110 million.
they spend money for, I don't
150
know.
million 3 years ago.
I don't
Never
know.
worked.
Yep. And the players like El Ghazi and Trezeguet and all of them, they
Never
pay
worked.
the amount of
Never
money.
worked.
Buendia.
Exactly. You know,
No.
the one,
Hey, you know
one
what?
more thing we say is that, all right, so with Villa, it seemed like they went start concede too much goals, too, bro. It wasn't even only the offense; they just kept leaking goals, and it's inexplicable because they kept their defenders. So the point of them conceding goals that wasn't good enough. I asked Buju one thing: are you concerned about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? Because again, I heard a lot of people. I mean, a beaker just there rip Aubameyang, and he hasn't looked.
But he deserved it. He's been wasteful, man.
Yeah, he's been
Wasteful.
you know. So, I mean, are you concerned about it? I
Yeah.
don't know. Is
And
it
it's
that
not
you want him to
this,
play all
this,
that time
this
up front with Lacazette? Because they link
other
up
than
and they play up front. I don't know.
other than that season where him scored 20 at goal, the last 2 seasons him struggle. Like him really struggle. I don't like he's getting younger. They must say him not
Is
losing speed.
Aubameyang truly 31 though?
Why are you like this, man? Why are you like this?
Again, all right. So in born of France, so it might be. He never. You know, I don't know. But seriously though, the issue and the reason I me ask about is that the reason I me ask is that the problem you have is you want to play him off a wing or you want to start him up front. You know, these
Alright.
type of questions a manager have to find out. You know, going forward.
Me personally did against the whole thing of playing him on the wing from winger days. I never like it. Me always say if you play Aubameyang through the middle, he might go score 30 goals easy. But we are create enough chances for him. I wouldn't say yes. I wouldn't say no. Cause even like in a clinic, me say games where close games where him fear win with games and he might get chances. And me like, is this the same Aubameyang what me know?
So
Where it
Buju,
seems to very well on the blacks. Before me make it talk, I bring on this post
are
this and
you, yeah, I want you answer the question first.
Go
So
on.
the goal that he missed in the on the weekend, can there be an easier goal than that? like you say, we not create chance him. Is there easier goal than the one that he missed at the weekend?
no, me never set me say
With
that was an
Aubameyang
argument
thing-
that we never did a create for him, but him get chances though. You never hear me
obviously I'm
mention
not
that though.
I'm not an Arsenal fan, but if you just look at pure football, when you be like 29 and 30 and 31, the strikers them usually at that age is pure goal, bro. Van Nistelrooy. The only person who fell off before that was Rooney, right? Without injury, he just precipitous decline. Whatever he did, whatever happened to his career,
Rooney,
top off,
Torres, Owen.
right? These players, but when you look on the Ronaldos and the Messis and the Van Nistelrooy and every striker who stay healthy, 29, Lewandowski's what 31 now, banging in one of our favorite players, the guy who likes to bite people, 31, killing everybody, right? Aguero, 30, 31. What happened to Aubameyang? You know, he scored 20, 30 years old, 29 years old, scored 20 goals, and all of a sudden he can't play football again. The game should have slowed down for him right now. And it should be all them little misses he's missing. It shouldn't be going on. I don't know what's going on in his head. I don't know what happened.
Large part-time,
know?
large part-time game is always about pace, you know. And again, the first, you know, being quick off a spot or scoring goals. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it is, if it's a confidence thing or what. You know, the other issue is with Lacazette following it to N9 contract. I mean, what you do? You ream him up or you just let him go?
Oh,
Because
he's
he's
gone.
played well but he's played well when he has played over last year. He has played well for Arsenal. So you go just let him go. I don't know how that
Me personally would have let him go.
you let him go. Yeah,
Because why wait? No, me hate to say this, but Mesut Ozil play up a star man, get a nice piece of money, and get a nice piece of reside money, and then we get nothing from him.
you,
Aubameyang would I say after him get him contract,
you
it
not
turn
get yeah. You not
it
get
turn
we
sideways. So we are gonna re up Lacazette and now for him go back to what him used to. Like what happened to the first 3-4 years I'm contract? Like where him did there?
Give
No,
Martin
bro.
a little minutes, bro.
Yeah, me agree with that. Don't sign. We already have a young squad and them will learn the hard way, so just fight with it.
Give Martin a little
I
minutes.
like your thinking.
Sports
Go
ways,
ahead,
add,
Chris.
add to that now.
Greg can't believe the stuff in
I
the
mean,
air.
I'm not sure what the
Done.
full conversation. I'm not sure what the full conversation was about, but the look what me
The
catch,
conversation
me
was
catch it.
what's up with the Bamian?
Well, at Saint Etienne and Dartman, it was all about speed, especially Saint Etienne. I mean, Shane probably see my Saint Etienne. At Saint Etienne, it was all about speed. I mean, they're not even have no great midfielders. They just kick the ball along him and he go reach it before the defender. Then or the goalkeeper get free new line and come get it. And he scored a few goals at Dartman. That's why they mainly use him. They were trying to play him like they played and play him off the left. You know, he can cut in and kick. He have a good shot, but his touch is very poor for a striker, especially one playing in a system like Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal, as we know it, a touch is football. I mean, for a little bit when Emery was there, we kind of fall off. You know, some parts with Arteta, you know, see, but that's the kind of football we play. And Aubameyang does not have that. His touch is very poor. If he now have at least a 3 feet clearance in front of him, when he control the ball, he gonna lose it. You see me? So that's why sometimes we even ask Lacazette play instead of him because Lacazette have a better touch. But you know, he seems to. It's not just in pace alone. He knows where to pop up as a striker. He knows where to be to score the goals. But as me say with him touch, sometimes it affect his finishing too. But yeah, the speed, the fact that the speed has left him, because Messi central defenders are chased on Aubameyang and catch him. In first year in the Premier League or when him there Dartman, that not happen. You know? So the fact that the PS he hasn't it's like how somebody like Cristiano and we go always have to use him as an example because he's the best that ever did it. You know, learn to transition from PS to become that killer striker where you just need a half a chance or a quarter chance to finish it. Aubameyang did not develop that, or he has not developed that. He still thinks he's as fast. He's still trying to depend on his pace, and it's not happening for him. You know, so I don't know if it's too late. I don't think it is because he's still a good footballer, still a quality footballer. He should be able to develop just that pure killer instinct and not depend on just pace alone. But other than that, I mean, I would move him on.
I just think
To be
that is
honest,
just too much. I just
huh?
think I just think that is just too much somersault. After you do so much somersault, it must affect your knees and all of these things. So after a while, I mean, it's just tough. You know what I mean? It's
You
just
know
tough.
what? You might be taking shots with that, but to
I'm
trust
dead
me,
serious, buddy.
all of that flipping and landing, after a while, it take a toll on your knee, take a toll on
That
the
was a lot of
confidence.
flipping and landing.
Yeah,
Bro, you
Unbelievable,
only score 20 goals 20 times per year is not that bad, bro.
bro. You me can't see me do it in a practice and everything. Every time you score.
when you only scored 20 goals, this when last season,
Which well, last season or the
Jiggy
year before?
since Jiggy
The year
since he has
before.
come to the league, and I don't have the stats to prove it, but I think I'm right. I think since he has come to the league, only Salah has managed more goals than him.
Yeah, that's over what, 3-4 years. If he flips in training and the coach don't bench him, then the coach have a problem.
You're gonna bench the person
Right.
you put the captain banner.
Next.
You might-
That was 20 minutes on Arsenal, unintentional.
What? So we can add 18 and 44 seconds. We can add the next minute and 15. My replacement for him, Shane, the perfect replacement for him would be Victor Osimhen, but Arsenal not gonna spend that money on him.
I know. I tell you, and worth the money then go ask him right now.
Yeah, because I mean, apart from Haaland and Mbappe, he's probably gonna be the third highest striker out there right now.
It's just too much. It's just too much in the app to them players. All right, I get it. Though. I get it.
All right, we shall move on.
Yes, sir.
In other games, I don't think there's anything to discuss in Liverpool's game because that was just a walk in the park.
He still gave up a lot of chance to Liverpool in that game.
Yeah.
Do you notice that? You notice that, Blacks?
Yeah.
But
What
And
I
then-
wanted to say to David was
Yeah, what
Kanote
he thought
is
of
It was
a
very good.
what is his name? Kanote? He is a project. It's a project.
I think so. So
He has a lot. He has a lot
Black, you're on mute, man.
to go.
In
A
the
lot,
on
a lot.
mute. You're on mute, Blacks.
Oh, sorry.
Kanote have a long way to go.
But no, yes, Shane, as you're saying, yes, and I've been saying about it because overall our defense has not been good. I'm seeing positive signs though. More so what I'm seeing now are lapses than when it started originally. And my rant, what Budget keeps posting over and over about Van Dijk, is that you could see that timing wasn't there and all those sort of stuff. Now I'm seeing lapse happening in the defense because a lot of what happened is just a lapse. It's good to have somebody like Konate there with them because he has that raw speed also, which is helpful, and he's also a physical presence. I can see the defense getting better as the season goes by, but it's not a quick fix, and we're not gonna have that impervious defense that we had a couple years ago. It's not gonna be there anymore.
Our two best defenders together is
Positive signs moving, and as Jiggy said, he is a project, but I think he has some really good raw tools. And I think if they play more with Van Dijk, he will become a better player.
I mean,
but that's just with any baller pretty much.
He got off the field?
who?
Thiago? No, he wasn't.
No, Thiago just come off because they don't want him to get injured again. So they
And
give him
also
60
we have a
minutes.
game.
Yeah, so we give him 60 minutes.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
our two best defenders playing together since we have been here is Matip and Van Dijk.
Yes.
Their communication, their position is out of this world. Van Dijk's speed is back. You saw in the Southampton game, he caught up several times, right? But Konate is not communicating with Van Dijk. They're out of position consistently, right? So when I saw him in the midweek, and I saw him, I was like, and I think it was the first time I really had the opportunity to watch 90 minutes of game with him, and I was like, this is a project 40 million. It's not someone who come in. Yes, you can see he has a little bit of talent, but this is a project 40 million. It's not someone who come in like Matip is way better than Konate at his age, but he gets injured a lot. But I can see when Van Dijk and Matip plays together, defense is much better because they have this.
40 million nowadays.
Listen, 40 million is for development talent.
Projects.
But Jiggy.
For a central defender.
Jiggy, the thing is,
Bro, Arsenal played 27 for Saliba.
and 50 for Ben White, so there is really no difference. The thing is,
We did make Ben White look childish, though, Blacks. We did make Ben White look childish.
yeah.
Also. Wanna do?
Please, do you want me to post
Wanna
my
do?
highlights?
No, tell me what to do exactly.
Let's
have to see it.
Everybody.
Exactly
He
what
was
to do.
out of position
Yes, time on
consistently
Arsenal.
against our front four. Consistently. He didn't know what to do. He was confused.
Jiggy, as I'm saying about Liverpool defense, when we were at our best was when we have
Jiggy, that's
Van Dijk leading our defense,
Never said the highlights to your personal phone.
and we had the
Right,
speed of Joe Gomez at the time who can run down people. Because we know that our fullbacks are always going to be out of position. They're always going to be high up the field. You need speed. Right now, even though you say Van Dijk's speed is back, one, that's not his game. He doesn't like to do it. He's not going to do it multiple times in a game, running down somebody. And two, I don't want him to be doing it either. Matip doesn't have the speed to do it. So even though he's much more cerebral when he plays and they have a good communication, you still need the youth and the speed of somebody like Konate to be doing that done, because you know if Trent is at the field, you are gonna be in a race half the game, running down somebody, because Trent is all the way up on the.
And that was the problem with the two of them. I'm not saying to bench Konate, but I'm saying it's up the two of them play on the same side. The two people who are suspect in defense. It was easy stuff for Southampton. It was easy stuff for Southampton going on that side. Right? Even, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Tomiskas, when he's playing on the left side, there's no drop off defensively, and there's no drop off squaring the ball. Right? But on the other side, it's unbelievable what goes on over there.
But we know, sure, but we know so we have a danger man over there, so you have to cover, and that's why you have to get a young person with speed to do it. It sometimes it's just that all they need to do is be smarter when they're running back. Like couple times them do it, and them try shadow and they try all them to kick out the ball or take one foul. Like it's simple stuff like that. What they don't do, what cause goal to score whenever Trent out of position. Because most time they run down there, they can actually take a foul, take a yellow card, do something like that, but they don't. Them still try to play proper defense at that time. When you're in recover mode, they don't try that. They just stop the play. That's the should
Good.
Me teacher. Liverpool fans just Spanish bugger crying. And which are you two Liverpool fans was bashing Konate earlier? Was it you, Jiggy?
When? I didn't know enough about him to bash him, but I did say, why would we buy another central
defender? This conversation. Was it you that was
in this conversation? Oh, yeah. I say he's young. He make a lot of mistakes, yeah.
Oh, you're not saying young. You did basically a trash.
He's a project.
No,
he's a project. He's a raw $40 million project. And Shane is saying that's why you pay for projects.
He is young. Well, you sound like you don't talk negative about him, so I'm going to talk on his defense. He is young. Only they barely use him. Now he's coming from Leipzig, where he was a starter, and Upamecano, who is having a good season for Bayern Munich, was actually secondary to him. He looked better than Upamecano at Leipzig. As a matter of fact, even in the French youth setup, if you watch the France under-21 squads or under-20 squads, when they play together, he looks better than Upamecano. But you bring him in and barely play him. So now when you bring him in a high intensity game in the Premier League, of course you go take some time for if he get wet and then get acclimatized and look like the project that you have spent on. So all I say is him sometimes. He's the real deal.
He plays in the League Cups, Greg. He plays in the League Cups.
How much League Cup games you play? How much League Cup game you play? About 2?
I don't know how many games he has, but he's been playing in the League Cups. And he has played several EPL games already.
Come on, man.
I got you.
Come on, man.
Merseyside Derby. I guess you should win that. I mean, Everton start off the season well, but they look like they can't score. I mean, to be fair, Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin has been a big miss to them. Richarlison still being unfit, and
Calvert-Lewin back?
I don't think he hasn't been back, so I don't know. I don't have those answers, but
it doesn't matter anyway. We have Agent Rafa. Agent Rafa Benitez is on the job. Why you think we send Rafa over there? You think we send Rafa over there for them to go and win some stuff? We send Rafa to sink that club. That's why we send Rafa Benitez there.
If you're an Everton fan, you must feel bad because you spend close to $500 million already with that owner, and you're still in the same place you was with David Moyes. Actually, even worse. Worse off club.
How can you get so much signings wrong?
Just pissing down $500 million. Probably the same amount of money what Liverpool used to build their squad. What they have now.
Or probably about half what Manchester United used to piss down.
I'm not going to go there.
There's no Man U fans here to defend.
Anyhow.
All right.
Yeah, go on, Butcher. That's all.
Move on. Since we spend so much time on talk about two clubs, we are going to skip. The Wolves game was a no-no.
Hold on, I can't upset my Wolves. Early in the year, Wolves lose their first 3 games. But they were playing beautiful football. We talked about it. They lost to Manchester United. They should have, obviously, we see what they did. right? But now they have caught up to what they have been playing. The coach who they brought in, I don't know where it comes from. Maybe one of you can expand on the coach. I don't know him, right? But they were playing very good football initially in the start of the season, but they just couldn't score. They brought in this Japanese guy, right? And he's helping everybody to score. I mean, it's good stuff. I love the Wolves, what they are doing now. They started poorly. They could have probably had more points. They'd probably be in fourth place now if they had, even gotten a couple draws early. But
Well, then try nil out with Norwich. I mean, again, we talked about Norwich City earlier, but the guy named Bruno Lage, enough people thinking in the good places in terms of their managerial career. You know what I mean? I didn't watch this game. I'm not sitting down and watching Norwich play at this juncture, but yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting ongoing story, Wolves. I think anybody else have anything to say about Wolves?
So Bruno La Jiggy Japanese is already.
no, man, the player they brought in.
It's the forward. When you
Is
have
he Japanese?
I don't know. Is he?
Where is he from? Leipzig? I mean, is he from another Red Bulls?
I don't even know.
No, I don't
Was
think
it Huang? Is it the one that him and Minamo was playing at Red Bull Salzburg a couple seasons ago?
Might
Probably.
I think that's the player. But yeah, he's a good player. I think he's South Korean.
same thing. The so-called fan. I apologize.
Hwang
Any-
Hee-chan. Yeah, that's South Korean.
Wow, shit.
Let's just
Yo,
move on.
I expected that from Jiggy, not you, bro.
Again, let's just move on.
yeah.
Yes.
Hwang Hee-chan.
Another blank game. Brighton and Leeds.
I want to talk about this game
Um,
because Brighton play some wicked stuff just up to the 6-yard box. I'm dead serious.
Shane, before you talk, I want to just preface something so you can address it.
Pardon?
Both coaches, while they're addressing, both coaches are not. Last year they were the toast. Right now, both of them seem to be somewhat losing the plot. I think Brighton has gone about 7 games
Graham Potter.
without winning anything at all, and
I cannot agree with the Bielsa. I cannot agree with that Bielsa criticism either. He has a bunch of issues.
let me don't talk. Let me have a preface.
Before you
I
don't
will
talk,
not-
sir, if Klopp leaves, I want Pottinger at my team. So
Again,
go ahead.
That's
I
why
will
Who did you want?
Pottinger. If Klopp leaves, I want Pottinger at the team.
our Potter.
Potter, Graham Potter.
Whatever I name, Pottinger, Potter, whichever
Where's Brighton now in our table?
They're about 9. There are something like that.
Bro, consider, look at every game them play this year.
But
No,
they're
they've been
3 points away from like 14 or 15. So
And
saying that they're
probably
9
3
is
points
still-
off a 7, and probably 3 points off a 7 are 6. I think the midlight table is like that. If you look on it. And again, considering they really every game we watch, them create chances. I mean, Lamb 2 was really good this game. You understand? I mean, really, really good. And they just couldn't score. They end up taking off. That's how I put on the blog say the only team Mappe can score against and butt up is Arsenal because again it just was poor. It's been poor all season.
But
Well,
again,
he's
but the question, but Shane, you see, and this is the thing about people like Potter and coaches. I rate him too. I think he's a great coach.
yeah.
But they have gone 9 games now without a win. 9. And also, the criticism of Brighton for the last 2 or so 3 years is that they have not scored, they have not been scoring goals. And it is still the case. He has not fixed that.
You know, no, but you don't say no
So
easy.
when do we
Not
start to
criticize
blame
Potter.
him and say, you haven't fixed something that's an obvious problem?
None
Yeah,
of
that's
you
fine.
have forward on this blog and say how he's gonna get a good number 9. How is he gonna get a good number? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? He said he obviously the team creates opportunity.
Mhm.
But if the former Arsenal player is there and half good Mappe is there,
Why he signed
who's
him?
gonna
Hold on.
score the goals?
You continue to say former Arsenal. Wasn't there a man you like twice the amount of years he was at
I don't-
Arsenal? Are you kidding me, bro? From the other day, me hear with this about former Arsenal player. You know,
Bro, I
spent
think
twice
it's
the
first
time
time.
at Man U
I
than
only
he
remember
spent
him at Barcelona. Arsenal great.
Bro, the man win Premier League at Man U.
Oh my
No,
God.
Come on,
Blacks,
man.
where is he gonna get a number 9 from? They're creating all these chances and nobody's tucking his away. But let me tell you this, you don't say Pukki is not a great number 9, but he can toe poke. If Pukki was at the team, they would score more. Right? But
Right.
Pukki's not on the team. Nobody's on the team, bro, to score. Come on. There's nothing he can do about it. They're not gonna buy
Really?
no $70 million forward to go to Brighton.
Just
They
when
do
you
have
give
to
people
fight.
the
They
credit,
do have
you
to
have to
fight.
also take the blame.
Yeah, 100%. But again, you have to look for what Brighton is as a club, right? So the money they get, they're not gonna reinvest in no real way in that club. So say them sell. All right, then sell them. Then get 50 million for Ben White, right? They really didn't. Who them buy? I don't remember them buying anybody. You know what I mean? To really get the squad up the table. Do you remember who they signed this season? I don't remember who they signed.
No.
They
And I
went
was
back
looking.
for
Huh?
the defender that they went back for the defender that went to Scottish Premier League last season. Either Dunker or Duffy, whichever one of them left, they went
Who's
back
that?
for him and brought him back when they sold Ben White.
Yeah,
That
but
was it.
I think
No, I'm just saying that was it. Then they're not bringing nobody else.
and then look who they lose, right? Them lose a few good players over the past couple of seasons. So again, I have to, and again, obviously I'm biased because I do rate him, seeing what he have done over years. But I do have to wait up and say what did they try to achieve? I think them aim are just to stay up, just like Daesh. I mean, look what Daesh do at Burnley. It's like no investment in that club. You know what I mean? So it's really stagnant. You really don't know what these managers can do.
But
You know what I mean?
yeah. And
Is Sean Dyche, this is a question that go through my head when I'm at work. Is Sean Dyche, is Sean Dyche the English Thomas Tuchel? That's my question. Because them play rubbish football, both of them, are defensive brand of football. I'm just giving myself trouble. I'm sorry. Go
Diego
ahead.
Simeone.
okay.
The English Simeone.
There you go. There you go. I'm just piss off Chelsea fans. Go ahead, Bujo.
No, I was saying you're just being the devil's advocate, but it's all good.
The
Black,
same
yeah,
thing
say something.
that happened to Sheffield United. It's
I
happened to
Cheers.
better place.
Hold on. Quick
Burnley.
question. As you're on the topic of Potter or Pottinger, as Jiggy said, if you were the Newcastle owner, Eddie Howe or Potter?
I'd have went for Potter.
Potter all day, bro.
But if I was the Newcastle, if I was the owner, I'd have probably went for who's Hasselhout? I'd have went for Hasselhout already. So
That's
it's
the Southampton.
Also, who took in some problems doing now because in the 3-9 love back up, you know. 3. No other coach in history. 3.
That is fine, but
But
again,
some
But
problems.
him always recover.
huh?
Him always recover from them 9 them.
I know, right? And then go upon these good wins, and then in slide again. I think they're good coaches though, but again, I don't know. Like I want Spurs to give Potter over summer.
why
Because,
this young mute the mic?
what is that?
You
Where's the
ready to
Blacks?
start, just unmute yourself, bro.
A
But
black
this young man muting the mic. We're muting the mic.
Your foreground noisy, bro. When you're ready to
Blacks.
talk, you just unmute
I
yourself.
hairstyle blacks. Just move the mic. Man, look
I
like you
don't
better
want to
from
mute
good
the
times.
mic, man. Hey.
Man, look like you better from good times, Greg.
This young man, he
You can't get over it, yo.
Huh?
Go on.
Here.
Oh, God.
Man, look like he pierced down your ear like a glue girl.
Oh, God.
Alright, go on, Black. Say you say.
Would you move on?
Move on.
Hold on. We should have give.
Villa.
Villa.
Villa yet?
Yeah,
No.
that's what I say. Villa Palace.
Any man watch a game?
No, I didn't watch it, but see a bit of the highlights. I'm bitter because we want to fear get the upper hand, but I think Gerard he have a thing about it. You know, me watch Missy quite a bit of Rangers, but you know, I thought it was a Scottish league, but I don't know if it's a new manager momentum at Villa, but you know, it seems to carry over from Rangers to Villa. Let's give him at least through the winter or through the Christmas period and see
I
how
give
he
him 10
forward
games
out.
before we comment on him.
Well,
Yeah, give time.
Yeah,
Give
so
time.
I give
so
him
I
10
mean,
games
so
now.
far so good.
but the
Yeah,
only thing that I would say is that different teams need different things. Some teams need a structured coach with systems and all that type of thing to get out the best out of them. Some
So you're
teams
saying Dean
need
Smith wasn't?
some teams need inspiration. So somebody who can get the players just to, because when you have talent sometimes that's what you need. Maybe right now that's what he's bringing. Dean
yeah, but
Smith was a
that only
different
lasts for a
personality.
little while, Blacks, right? So that sort of stuff just lasts for a little while. You
I
know,
know
only at the wheel kind of rubbish.
exactly,
That only lasts for a while. You
exactly.
know,
But
so
and
that's how
also,
you have to wait.
which end of the table you are and how you move and all that stuff. Because if you have a good team with quality talent, if you can probably get them over the edge with that, during a season or short a while. So we don't know yet for Gerard what really it is that he's bringing. Is he gonna bring this tactical revolution to them and bring all these different parts of them up together and have them playing some beautiful football and winning games, or is he just gonna get them motivated and hoorah and hug up and kumbaya and they say, oh, this Gerard tell me say I can do this, I'm gonna run through a wall for him. Is that gonna be the case? But it's gonna take some time. And I think this is a good test. This is a good team for Gerard. I think they are the right level for him right now in terms of it's not
Yes.
too big, but they're big enough. There's enough pressure there. He gets to play against the big boys, but
And
he
you have
have
good
games against teams that can keep him there so he can stay level headed. I think it's a good training ground for him. And I wish him the best, but I really can't have no opinion on him at the moment because it's too early.
Well, beating Palace away with the way Vieira have Palace playing right now, you know, you have to give some credit for that because Palace are playing some good football. They've been playing pretty decent, you know,
I
and
seen
we
Eze.
did expect
I
them
seen
to.
Eze is back on the field. He forward
Yeah,
leg. You know, so that's good. That's
yeah.
good for
So
Palace.
yeah, he have a full strength squad for the first in a couple of months. So you know,
But Gaza mentioned Leon. Me da watch the game on and off because every time Villa play, I always try to watch the game. Me da watch it on and off of a change between games, and I guess me missed the part where it did spectacular. Me see him do the basics, him never do nothing over the top. But obviously the video them are circulate with the fans are singing name and singing
Bujo,
praises.
Bujo, I think at this morning, I see Leon Bailey post one clip of basically highlights for the game
Mm.
and about 10 or to 12 plays. And every one of them, at the end of the play, he either lose the ball or misplace it. He do some things, but at the end of the play, nothing came out of one of the play them. Like say,
So the end
oh,
product off.
no end product come out of it. Like I'm say, it look nice if you don't watch the last action of all of the play them, which didn't result in anything tangible for the team. And the clips, and he's the one who posted, but not one of the
Oh, me
players
not see them. Me not see them.
for the team.
Me not
All
see
right,
them.
all right. But your next subject.
And the next game. Oh, we talk about Everton already, right? Brentford clip Everton. We talk about Everton, right?
Come
Think we
on,
did.
Good win,
Agent
Brentford.
Rafa Benitez. Agent
Ivan
Rafa.
Tony final score and give me some fantasy points.
penalty.
We got the points. That's all.
Actually, they was talking about penalty. There was an argument I made at Spantax Sport this morning because his coach said that Ivan Tony is the best penalty taker in the world right now.
Well, him did perfect last season at the championship.
He's been perfect, I think, the last 3 years. I think 2018 they say is the last time he missed one.
Yeah, him good for that, man.
And he took a lot too, not just that he only missed one. He also takes a lot
Better than
of
Jorginho.
Yeah,
missing up 50
he don't miss. Judge, he don't miss more than him.
He doesn't miss.
Just be the devil's advocate,
Good
Bojo.
feel.
I think he said 2018 was the last time he missed a penalty. And one of the technique of Mr. and I never know that I had to go and look back on his penalty. He actually make about 2 steps and don't look at the ball. He just go up to the ball and kick it. Without looking at the ball. He look straight at the keeper and kick the ball at the back of the net. He pick a side just the same way. You know, it's a really good technique that he has on him do it too. You know, that's one of the conversations. I have to go and look back on it. It's a really good
We have got
technique.
Steve against Martinez.
Hey. All right, Bojo, next.
Oh,
Right.
before Greg bun me out, I'm going to squeeze in this. We're not going to divert, but speaking of penalty and save, the very own Andre Blake saved 2 penalty in the conference semi-final. He sent Philly through.
Conference finals. Shane, what are you looking
The
at?
semi-final.
Semi-final. It was conference final.
The semi-final. All right, another game.
Was it tonight?
Huh?
I was getting laugh.
No, cause I thought he was gonna give some. I thought he was gonna give us a whole MLS, rundown. But
No, man. No, we're not time for that one.
Right.
Onto the snow game. Well, a game got postponed when I mentioned that. The snow game, Manchester City and West Ham. Let me first say it was a brilliant goal from Lanzini. Even though it was a cancellation. But Lanzini and Mabala still, so we don't know what to speak that with.
It was total domination, bro. It was such a mismatch. Manchester City punished West Ham. I haven't seen a team get punished in a very long time. They punished them. They kept the ball, they moved it. West Ham was like on skates the entire time.
Black. Manchester City always do that. Manchester City do that to everybody.
No, I'm telling you, this one was hard to
Except
watch.
Palace.
Where's the Blacks? They never ready for what was at hand.
Yeah, man, it was hard to watch. They punished them the entire game. I mean, when West Ham cleared it, it was just back at them instantly. West Ham could not get the ball out of their third, their defensive third. It's not like they're out of their half. They couldn't get out of their defensive third. That's where Manchester City camped the entire game. It was something to behold. If Manchester City is in this form, it's gonna be a hard day for the rest of the Premier League. They were punishing a top 4 team. Put it that way.
Blacks, what you talk about? Blacks, they were in this farm when Palace hold them. What you talk about?
Again, I'm just saying the way they play the game against West Ham.
Yeah, that was just a one game.
It's a punishing thing, man. I'm telling you, it was one of those games I watch. I think, oh my team, I think, oh my team, go hold stop these players. They were that dominant.
City afraid out. Blacks, one thing I forgot about them. City afraid out.
I don't know. But when City is in form also and in a full flight, it's a good thing to see.
It's a good thing to see. But again, the 3 top teams, I think the 3 top teams, is just way better than everybody else in the league. I think that's safe to say, right? That Chelsea, Liverpool, and City, then they're on the next level than everybody else in the league. So they have them days where we wax people. It was Chelsea last week when they waxed Leicester City, put them in a place, and it's like, nobody get. And last week too, it was Liverpool waxing Arsenal. You know what I mean? Showing them again they raise our gap. And I'm not trying to take a shot, honestly, at this point. Not right now.
It could have been more than 4.
Huh?
It could have been more than 4. I think they took their foot off the gas.
But that's what I'm saying. It really is a level. Because again, if you beat Chelsea like that, if Chelsea go beat Leicester like that, without their strikers, you know what I mean? Or if Liverpool will just beat, it's clear, man. I think there's a gap between the top 3. And I think that is clear right there.
Unless there's no walkover team.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, yesterday we see Vardy look like unifying back farm and Madison look like unifying back farm.
Shane got what we call the three best team in the league. The constant about all of them right now also is they have the best fullbacks in the league. it's there's always this argument. I remember when the commissioner was going about
Best right backs.
who you should play for England and for whatever like that. And my argument have always been, me always say play Trent. And the reason I always say play Trent is to say, when you have a person with certain skill set, you facilitate around those people. Just like what City is doing with Cancelo, just like what Chelsea is doing with James, just like what Liverpool
You said Rick James? I want to call him Rick James. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
Who knows? And if you have Rick James on the team, you will do the same thing. Do that.
Why
Go ahead, I'm
shit
sorry.
easy,
I
man?
apologize.
But
Easy?
but just the evolution of fullbacks, and it's great when I get one who can do a lot of stuff. But for the most part, what these three great coaches have said, I've got some fullbacks who are exceptional football players, and I'm gonna make my team play through these fullbacks. I'm gonna give them either free reign, like how Trent get free reign. I'm gonna move Cancelo to the right or the left according to where we need him, or I'm gonna put Reece James further up and stick anybody else I need to stick around there and make them go do some of the defending so he can go forward. It's a different thing right now how fullbacks are playing, and especially those three fullbacks. It's amazing to watch him play. It's amazing to watch him play.
Garrett Southgate start. We have watched Garrett Southgate start three right back. You can start Trent and the kid here from Chelsea together, right?
That's nothing new, bro. Scotland play Robertson and Tierney.
Right? He can. Well, no, but I'm just saying because he has done it. Because he has done it with. We have seen on this. We are watching the game and say, hold on this sheet is a three right back. People are like, okay, that doesn't make sense.
Kyle Walker when the best right backs in the world still see him.
He just Kyle Walker, listen, you get old at go chill, bro.
Well, nobody can run the left.
But in game now,
but he's getting better with age.
Nobody still can run the left him. I think he was in a Champions League Thursday. I see Mbappe get the ball. I say, yeah, this is it. I see man break on Mbappe, and I was like, jeez, wow. I never seen that happen before. I was visibly shaking, Jiggle. I was watching.
But question. So, quick vote. Research Trent.
What?
Currently, you have pick a squad. Who is your starting right back?
Reece, bro. Reece have a better all-round game.
Yeah, Reece.
I'm going Reece.
You know, I'm a huge Trent supporter, but you have to just start. Current form.
I don't know.
Any other right back in the world over Trent Alexander-Arnold?
I flip a coin. I really don't know.
No,
I don't know.
I'm Trent all the way.
Current form, it has to be Reece, you know.
Yeah.
They just have to just go with the football, man. I say.
I don't know what form you're talking about.
Apart from the free kicks right now, Black. Blacks,
What is say, why is it because he scored more goals and more assists? Because he hasn't, so.
No, I'm talking about
he's
defending for probably the best defensive team ever in the Premier League, sir. He's a right back. Last time I checked, and he scores the ball very well, gets up and down that flank like no other.
Again.
You know what
even since the year we see Trent, the last game against Southampton, go watch it again. Trent was struggling to get back.
Okay. What Reece have what can make him comparable to Trent, like, you know, before when we used to compare Trent and right back, Trent and the top of them. Reece used to be a forward and a midfielder before too. So, you know, him have that attacking prowess just like Trent have. Because Trent was a midfielder before.
Yeah, well, you see,
it was the same thing with Reece.
Well, Reece is doing right now. The guys how well Reece is doing right now are Cancelo, any one of them. One thing I know, since Trent has joined this league and become a regular starter, no player, not no defender, not no midfielder, not no forward, has had more assists than him in the league since he started becoming a starter.
He's second to De Bruyne.
No Kevin De Bruyne, no Bruno, no Salah. has had
Go
more
check
assists
his,
than him
go check
since
the
he has
stats.
become
He's
a
second
starter.
to De Bruyne.
Hey,
He's second
No,
to
he
De
has
Bruyne.
not. He's not.
Anyways,
Unless-
listen, Blacks.
Yes.
Remember, you know, Reese didn't get the chance like him. Now. Like I said before, Reese was a right winger.
Check me back in 2 years. Check me back in 2 years when he has done it for 2-3
Not
years.
2 years time, Trent retire. I'll go try and play midfield. Relax.
Please
Listen.
check me back in 2 years. Write down this. Put on timestamp and then check back in 2 years when he has done it for 4 years now, like him.
No, but the thing with Reese is Reese doesn't just attack. Reese play defensive football too. Matter of fact, remember Reese also plays centre back. Reese doesn't just play full back or wing back, you know. Reese plays centre back as well, you know. Yeah, look how I'm surprised. He does. Reese plays centre back as well.
No,
Like I said, Chelsea go buy somebody and replace Reese.
Hey,
He's gonna be playing for Norwich soon. In the next
Hey.
couple of years.
Really? Listen, the Blacks, the reason why Reese switched from his attacking position to go play as a right back in the Chelsea youth setup, he had competition like Callum Hudson-Odoi. He had people like those to compete with. So that's why I decided, you know what, I'm going to play right back. Because it's rough to make it up here. So always see Trent do, Reese have that in their locker. I remember 2018 or 2019 when they were Arsenal and waxed them in the FA Youth Cup final. I think we get like 4-1 or 5-1. Reese walk over with him and Callum Hudson-Odoi. And it wasn't
Greg,
no
why you
week
spend so much time watching all these youth football things? You don't have anything to do in life?
You have a life. You have a life.
No, I don't actually.
Yeah, me and see a post woman
I
football
don't.
on the blog. Anytime you post them, I just delete them, you know. Because I don't want to see no woman football.
That is what I do. I watch football.
I hear you.
See, you watch people business and watch football.
Sir, that's how I can make. Do you see the products
Anyways.
of my environment?
anyways, let me add this. I think we can all agree to Reese are the better player. Other than Blacks are using Liverpool. Yes, other than you who are using Liverpool biasness and
I mean the last 4 years.
Hey, let me talk now. Reese have two sides to him game. Trent defensive deficiency is ridiculous. Him get caught out too much time for me say, okay, he's a better player than Reese James, who can go forward just like him, can cross the ball just as good as him. What?
Not just like him. Not just like
hear
him.
you.
He can pass it good, not just like him.
Well,
I hear you.
in a really matter. As me I say, the man have two sides. He's a complete player. He can defend and he can go forward. Trent is a defensive liability. So there's no way we would have start that man over Reece James for my feeling. And that's just my personal opinion. So
I won't take care of that point. I will want to Arsenal to be true.
Take your Liverpool, take off the Liverpool hat for 2 seconds.
I
And be
would
realistic.
Arsenal side because it would make Arsenal better. So I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, Arsenal coming. What is happening?
I don't want him there. You can't.
What is happening with Arsenal?
Yes, you don't want him on your side. I said, I want him on Arsenal either because it will make the team better. I'm agreeing
This
with
have
you.
nothing to do with Arsenal. We are talking about Reece James and Trent. Who are the better player? That we are talking about.
I
Right
just tell
now.
you what I think.
And that's
Trent
it.
have
That's
better
it.
free
That's
kick.
it.
They're too
Anyways,
great.
moving on, please.
Please.
We talk about Manchester United, I guess.
Why?
No, we should become actually here. You are cheer for Manchester United, which I thought was
Oh, they
pathetic.
did us a favor. That was an excellent thing from them. They got a draw out of nothing. They did us a favor. I really appreciate that from the Red Devils. There's thing about these blue blood teams, you know, they don't like to see these other up and coming fly by night guys, you know. So, but they did us a favor, and I appreciate it. Now back to the same programming next week when they go lose again, but they did us a favor, and I thank them.
Looking
Thursday.
forward.
You don't have to wait till next week.
Thursday, imagine that, even better. It's even so much better. They get to lose Thursday, so they don't even get a week to celebrate that 1 point that they got. Arsenal will do the job.
Again,
Okay.
they still have the making. They still have a making.
I would say this though. Sancho look decent.
Exactly. That's why I'm going with the argument.
Yeah,
They still
Sancho
have
look
the
decent.
making,
And
still have the making of a very good team. And you'll
but
be
them not play like a team if you
well,
ask me.
man, yeah, but
Them look
again,
at churches. But
it'll be interesting to see how Ralph Ramnick forward in and set up the team.
no, he won't be there. He's not getting a work permit.
Well, at some point, it'll be interesting to see how he forward in and set up that team. You
We
know,
just gotta talk about the Thursday game.
okay.
To be honest, I think the lineup, I think he impact whatever lineup they want put out there. I think so. Even though him no dep on the sidelines yet, because
Yeah.
I
He
mean
probably.
he's already the coach.
Him,
He's active in training and all that. You don't think
oh
he affect the
yeah,
lineup?
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You know,
again, it'll be interesting to see how them set up that side.
but,
You know what I mean?
you know,
I'm actually excited to see how we get on this team.
Was that
Because
last
know,
game?
always, huh?
there was an argument though. There was an argument over the weekend when the game played about them playing the three defensive midfielders. And my thought process was that this is no worse than what Liverpool was doing for years. We were playing three of them. And what we did, we gave people like Trent and and Robertson the license to go forward. The problem with the Man U setup is that they don't have two fullbacks who are that potent, who can do that type of job. Or they didn't use two fullbacks all the time. Because Diego Dalla can go forward much better more
And tell us they can.
and Teles can go forward. But then you have to then give them the license to go forward. Because if you already have three defensive midfielders there and two centre back there, that's five defenders that you have, and especially locking down the middle of your field. You should be able to send your wing backs upfield and let them go put in cross. And then you have a person like Cristiano Ronaldo. If you put the ball in the vicinity of him, he will get up and he will head it inside the goal. That's how I think they can play and can do something with the current squad they have until them do them changes in January. I know they're gonna do something in January.
I am interested in three players: Sancho, Rashford, and Greenwood. How they go do with that coach?
But the thing is,
Is Greenwood injured?
I don't know. I don't know that.
I don't think so.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. When I was sitting there watching the game and I'm like,
I think
Manchester
he had
United
COVID.
have one of the best. Like, let's look at like Rashford and Sancho on the wings. I'm like, you can't get better than that anywhere in the Premier League. That's the best. Like, and then you have Greenwood who sit on a bench. Like,
Messi, Lingard.
and then you have Martial. So Martial would be a fourth winger.
Martial, Lingard,
And Lingard would be a fourth wingers if you play them in that position. What? That's
and they
crazy.
strike Cavani and Ronaldo. It's unbelievable. So again, just a competent coach. It should be interested. No, the midfield is an issue.
I know what you guys are doing, but it's fine. I don't
Midfield
support
is not an
Manchester
issue. Shane,
United.
right now, all you need is a right back who can pass the ball. That's it.
No.
Hey, no.
Honestly,
Honestly, hold on. The best thing happened for Manchester United was that red card that Maguire got. Because if he played in that game, they would have get about 4.
but they could have
That
gotten
red card was a blessing.
Chelsea was wasteful though. Chelsea was wasteful.
No, but
Leave
Maguire would have given them a
team
gift.
for Ronaldo. Black sleeve
Maguire would have
team
given them
over.
a gift. Huh?
Black sleeve team over Ronaldo, please. Good striker.
Where's the best 50 million Liverpool ever spent?
Chelsea.
Chelsea waste enough money. That's what they do. I mean, if you kept out, they spend money on him and it's rubbish. What are you gonna do?
The other part is the same thing what happened to Rudiger. I somehow, I keep getting the feeling that the same thing happened to Rudiger is gonna happen to Bailly, where a coach is gonna come in and say, I have Eric Bailly. He's actually a good player. I'm gonna play him. And he's gonna start to look like a good defender. I just feel like that's what's gonna happen. So like I said,
I think that's
he
well,
can
that's
actually play. Let me put him in my defense. And he's
that
gonna
is
play
my
good.
that's my trainer thought with a couple of players them. That's why I talk about the front three, the young players them, and Danny Van der Beek. Like I wonder if again
Same thing.
Ramnick forward in and you look at it and you can set up aside and it should be interesting and it should be exciting. You know, because Van der Beek, whatever you make of him, He's a player that is willing to press and willing to work hard, and he have real quality. So I'm excited to see what he can do with this side. You
Yeah,
know.
we saw him not only in the Dutch league, but we saw him in the quarterfinals of the
Do we
Champions
think
League,
this side
and he
is going to be
performed.
good?
And he performed like anybody else, and it took like great performance to get past the Ajax team that he was starting with. So we know that he
Hey,
has quality at the
So,
highest
so,
level
so question. So Shane,
under the
I just
biggest
Shane
pressure.
and Greg. So we see Portugal with Bruno and Ronaldo, and they seem always to be something there that they just seem not to get the best out of both of them together. I know they are in Manchester. Do you think? How do you see it going forward? Do you think this coach is gonna have to trying to play both of them because one of them I always feel that is gonna be left out of his team
Greg, you see this?
for them to get the best of Manchester United?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, look, going forward, they have to figure out what they want to do with Ronaldo, right? Because it's Bruno a future. Whatever you have, like Bruno a future for them, in a sense that he's my younger player, and them go have him there going forward.
Hey,
So the Ronaldo thing, they can try to see if it work. You can bench Ronaldo because you have real talent up front. You understand what I mean? That's why we talk about Rashford, Greenwood, and Sancho. These are young players who, whatever happen, you can build around them. I don't think it's that big of an issue if you get them playing and producing. You see what I say? I
hey,
don't think the Ronaldo issue is that big of an issue right now. Because after
no,
this year, you can just say, you know what, we go try to buy a next striker. Like I don't know if you can go in and try to get a striker who are younger and can play with this side and all out number 9, and then you just pay up Ronaldo in last year and make him go on. Because you need to move this team forward.
But I think that would be an opportunity missed though.
If you feel like he can't play with the side, then
But
why keep him in?
I'm saying, but Ronaldo has a you see that's the same argument we use about Trent all the way. And the same amount as Ronaldo. He has a skill set
Mhm.
which is to put the ball in the back of the net. And if you have 10 other players, and you say Ronaldo has some deficiency at his age right now, but that skill set that he has, there is no other name that you call on that team that comes even close. Rashford, most goal ever scorer 17 over 130 at game season, I think, or 14, 1 2. And he has never done it. None of those players are prolific. Sanchez is not prolific. Greenwood, maybe if he get one chance, you maybe think he can, but no player on Manchester United team is prolific in front of goal. So, all you're going to put the one player who has an exceptional skill set on the bench and say, oh, I'm not going to play. I'm just asking.
Okay,
Yeah,
I hear you.
Yes.
Go ahead, Greg.
All right, Blacks. So he may not be as lethal as Ronaldo, but his energy and his pressing, which fits this coach's game, Cavani can fit into his system. Now, to answer question about getting not getting rid of, but moving Ronaldo on at the end of the season, we don't know if this coach is gonna stay on after the end of the season. They are still saying it's interim till the end of the season. So that's another thing. It don't sound like because remember, this is a coach who, if you have him a long-term job, he wants to implement everything to his fitting. I mean, if he had his way, he would have been at AC Milan 2019. But because of what his requirements were, they said no, we can't give you this job. We like you as a coach, but we can't give you this job. And I'm thinking that's the same reason why Man U not give him the job as long term, why they're starting off as interim coach. You see me? So there's no guarantee he's gonna be there after the end of the season. Even if him win, they might still feel like say, I think they just brought him in to steady the ship, and get them going again, get it right, and then bring in who they plan on bringing in for the long haul.
Well, I think
But
it's
yeah,
hedging their bets, right? I
huh?
think it's hedging their. I think it's hedging their bets in a sense that them bring him in, them believe in him, but then if it don't work out, then can still revisit it. I season I say, all right, this don't work out. Let's go get who we really want, who's Pochettino. But I think they do generally believe that a coach like him can do something. But it's just hedging them
Yeah,
bets, huh?
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yes, because again, if he goes up bang and start win things and then cobble things together, then go have to give him a job. You understand what I mean? Then go have to give him a job. And I think then just a hedge them bet. Because think about it, right? With the whole everybody in the football world knows that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was rubbish for a longer time. They should have been fired him, right? No, honestly, everybody know that he was not a good coach, right? No, so and they didn't fire him because they didn't know where to twist or stick or twist in terms of getting a manager. You know what I mean? So now them afraid because again, I think they do consider themselves as this team where they know what to keep sacking coaches. So that's why then they try to hedge them better and say, yeah, he's only interim. Bro, if he come in and do what he's supposed to do, if he's a good coach, then go have to keep him on. And I think he is gonna be good for them. I do think that. Blocks, you're mute, man.
My hope, based on this coach track record, is that he actually stay on as a coach. What I wouldn't want to see this person do is become a director of football at Manchester United, because I am more fearful of that ability of him building a sustained dynasty there again than as a director of football or that figurehead than of being a coach. I
In
would
that case, Blacks, make a comment there.
His coaching acumen is not very great, but his building of teams, that's where I think I know that he excels. And to me, I'm say as a coach. Stay as a coach.
No, but he builds teams as a coach too. What are you talking about?
Again, but I said, but what he hasn't won anything. He has never won anything, he coach. But he has built up organizations. He has built up organizations from the ground up. So imagine now he have this same knowledge and has the resources of Manchester United.
You know who was Red Bull Leipzig coach when they got Champions League final?
Red Bull Leipzig?
Yeah.
When they got Champions League final?
And when they go final again?
Final? When Greg?
Finals not done recently, bro.
Oh, no, 2019 they go final?
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 No,
Or was that Nagel's
Semi-final.
Semi-final. Then they went to final.
He didn't go to no final.
Semi-final.
What a final, bro.
Yeah.
Against PSG, is that against PSG?
When Timo left them and joined Chelsea.
They didn't go to final. They went. They get knocked
Either
out.
quarter or semi-finals. I think
Yeah,
against
quarter,
PSG.
not
they lose.
quarter.
That time he wasn't the coach.
I am Billa squad the coaching it. He's
Me
the
not,
one that coaching it.
Hold on there. Greg, hold on there. Me not understand what Nicholas are trying to say. Man say coaching is not the problem, players are. Where am I talking from? Manu?
Yeah,
Nicholas,
Man U
break
is
that clear.
He said Man U players them no good.
No, man. Me know what Nicholas are doing can't trick me, you know. Nicholas are trying to talk down him squad just in case them not
A
perform.
Man U is
I don't think he's support
No,
Manu.
he's
I don't
He's
think
a
he's support Manu.
He's a Man U fan. Sound like he's a Man U
No
fan.
man, I think a City
No, he look
support
Chelsea.
man. I'm not sure.
He looks
There's no
Chelsea.
City fans, bro. There's no
the
Man
one.
City fans.
He
A
looks
young
Chelsea.
you, Jiggy, I can't say that.
He young Jiggy. Jiggy, he
He
young.
young.
He looks young.
Is
He
he
probably
Man,
about 24.
Man City fan?
Huh?
And I know
I'm
Man
not
City
sure
fans
still. I'm not
are
sure.
fan 2 years
But he not
ago.
support Manu.
In the funny black Greg?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know Man City fans who are 42 years old. So don't do that.
40. Oh, but
But they broke in Manchester.
No, he
No,
transferred.
there's no Man City fan in their
He
30s.
transferred
Right,
out of
powder
Bayern.
Say like powder blue.
Oh,
Anyhow, next question.
Next question and next game. Where were we? I don't even remember.
No
where we
game,
were.
no leave.
No game, no
We
league.
No,
talk
we
about
covered
this
the game
already.
already.
No, not really.
Yeah, we talk about all of the games already, man.
We're going to start our next live.
Remember,
yeah.
are we still talking about the Ballon d'Or yet? Jaja.
Let's go, man.
Messi deserve it. Messi deserve it. Next question.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
You know, Jiggy, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
look at the numbers for this season, and they were close, bro. I mean, for the year, for the calendar year, the numbers were close.
Bro.
I mean, earlier
All right,
in the year, saying listen. Earlier when I heard that he win, I was livid. I was like, how did he win this? But when I looked at the numbers, They were so damn close.
But when you blind also, what about when you look with your eyes
Messi.
in the greens?
I have one question, Zane.
Yeah, but
Hold on.
Greg, if the numbers are close, right, with Lewandowski
Hold
and
on.
Benzema,
Let me read the numbers. Games. I'm not even all games. Goals. Messi 40. Well, Lewa have only more than everybody is. 54. Benzema 35. Hold
That's
on.
close, Greg.
Assist.
How
Assist.
smart
Hold
that,
on.
man?
Assist.
It's our season.
Assist. Hold on. Assist. Assist. Messi have. Are you gonna listen? I wanna learn at school. Assists. Messi have 18 assists. Lewandowski have 8.
okay,
And Benzema have 14.
that's
So
that is
while
good.
Lewandowski have 14 more goals than him, but he have 10 more assists than Lewandowski. So like I said, this it's not like it's way off. And the man lift a trophy this summer. We still Lewandowski at the Euros not do much.
Yeah, but in winning, but in winning league, right?
Yeah, I'm winning league. Yeah, gotta give
Okay,
him that.
so Messi can
But
play
is this
against Brazil.
is this the first that he's winning his league? I have big numbers. I know win it.
Hold on, the Messi now win the league. What part time? What are the argument you can use when they give Ballon d'Or?
Hold on.
Is it
No,
argument
this
there?
is
That's a lot
this
of
is an
goals, bro.
individual. Listen, this is not a team award. This is individual. I mean,
Yeah,
no
but
go after
you're
everybody.
using team
Hold on,
achievement to accentuate what
hold
do.
on, hold on. May I go way back to 2003. Ballon d'Or winner, Pavel Nedved.
That was
Numbers, 14 goals, 17 assists. Thierry Henry, 32 goals, 28 assists for the year 2003. And Pavel Nedved was the winner. Brother,
yeah, but
we're not
that
talking
was
too much
Luka
about
Modric,
Ballon d'Or.
bro. Luka Modric, where you going so
And
far for?
people have voted for them.
Luka Modric.
This is not a
exactly.
FIFA award or a UEFA award. We're not
Yeah.
You
having time
cannot
in
trust these French guys. That's what my
France
So,
point.
football
so
raters have voted for this.
You cannot trust these French guys.
It's French football writers who vote on this. This is not FIFA or UEFA. Listen again. Thierry Henry, 32 goals, 28 assists. The man have more assists than Nedved had goals or assists. And Nedved won.
again, I think that was more of a cynical thing because again, him get beaten by Cannavaro again in a 2006. They didn't give it to him, but
But when we look at
it's
his poetry numbers, it's even worse, bro.
it's even worse. But that is more. Oh, again, I think that was more cynical. It's more cynical things there than just what meets the eye. But I'm just going to go forward with this. As we say, I'm indifferent by him winning the award because me look funny and you can convince me either way. You understand what I mean? If you want to give it to Lewandowski because theoretically he should have won it last year when he was the outstanding candidate, or the year before when he was the outstanding candidate. So I think that he should have won it. But again,
If
Messi
you
win
ask
it.
me, Salah should have won it this year. That's who I thought should have won it. Salah.
You know, because there was rubbish last year in that league. It's for last year. It's for the season ending last year, isn't it?
It's a calendar year.
I thought it was for
Blacks,
the
you mute.
season.
You
I
move
thought
me.
I thought it was for the season ending. That's what I thought it was.
No, it's a calendar year.
It's a calendar year.
That's why I don't know how they always give it before December end. It don't make no sense.
Yeah. Well. Good luck to them. Again, it's
But
subjective.
I voted even though we voted come like in a count, but I had Salah first, Benzema second, and Lewandowski third.
I hear you.
I feel like Salah performed.
It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what happens this after this year. You understand? Because again, yes, Salah have a great season. Benzema have a great season.
No, Salah has been having great seasons, bro. Not just this season. And hold on, I don't mean to cut a shame, but think about it. Salah shows up in big games, bro. we have seen a lot of big games where Benzema, especially for his country, where Benzema not Benzema, Lewandowski doesn't really show up. Salah shows up wherever, whenever. Salah shows up.
Salah not show for in country, though. Salah not show for in country.
Well, the African nation is right there. We'll see.
And he has one as well. Not the last two, but he has one.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, I like what you're saying, but we'll see. That's what I'm saying. We'll see, because this is gonna be interesting. It really is, because again, you have Salah, you have Benzema, and then you have Lewandowski. Lewandowski, then people go always saying not do anything for the country, and then the Bundesliga, it's a one-team league. People will say,
yeah, even Blacks could score in the Bundesliga, bro. Really?
Yeah,
I might be still new.
Huh? Yeah, no, Blacks really, even you couldn't score in the Bundesliga. I mean,
we start team again and score in the Bundesliga.
Anthony Modest.
Aubameyang, we start scoring in the Bundesliga too.
I seen that the other day, Greg, and I was saying to myself, like, that's
I
great.
saw Chipamoti scoring in the.
Listen, Timo Werner was a goal machine in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, I saw it.
And I believe
we don't talk about the Ballon d'Or.
Not really, but
yes.
I mean, listen, I'm disappointed. I mean, right now, me vex so Messi at Argentina, because they can't even cuss and say why you know feel it. I actually have to be here playing a hypocrite, defending him, saying the numbers are close, but that was rubbish.
No, you can. Me not think you deserve it.
Did you hear what I just said? I said that was rubbish.
I hear you.
I gotta be honest. Me not see why. I mean, even Haaland had a better season, had a better year.
Yo, hey, listen.
Like me say.
Listen. As long as they have these journalists and these people voting, things will all be there. Look at the first.
But isn't there a FIFA award?
Look at the first month of the season in the Premier League. Then give Cristiano Ronaldo the player of the month. Again,
You're going to fall back with the next Liverpool point, Blacks.
You have no. I'm saying again, it is Messi and Ronaldo. If there's a chance, people are always gonna vote for one of them.
I hear you.
If there's any doubt, they're always gonna go with one of them, and it's hard. You have to be so overwhelming. And as Greg said, some of the numbers where some are close. If people can justify it with those type of things, they will. They will.
Suarez only deserve everyone here too, but that's where I go.
Who?
Suarez.
Yeah, of course he did one.
Trust me, I agree with that. As a matter of fact, I think more than 1 year Suarez deserved it.
But the year when he won the goal, the European Golden Boot, he should have won the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
But hey, it's irrelevant. It's a bunch of French guys.
If they're using things that teams win,
it's a bunch of French guys.
Jorginho won more than Messi this year.
Greg, it's a bunch of French guys. Why do we care? Why do we care? Come on, man.
It's Shane's favorite nationality.
Exactly.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna run through the games. Tomorrow? Wednesday, Thursday?
The tomorrow game start.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Aye. I'm gonna set my fantasy team yet. Oh, first up, Newcastle Norwich.
Should be good. A 6
There's a Newcastle that can get them first win.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, 6 pointer.
There's a Newcastle that win them first match.
I don't think so. Norwich, win 2, draw 1 in the last 3 games. I think they're gonna continue.
Saint Maxim. 2 words. Saint Maxim.
He will probably score, but then still lose.
I don't get why you're a coach and your team are struggling goals, and you don't play Saint Maxim and Almiron together. Brother, more win games.
None of them don't score, bro. They are flashy players. That's all they are. They're shiny without value. That's all.
No, but they will.
Almiron create, bro.
None of them score.
Jiggy, listen to me. They will create for Callum Wilson. Is Joel Linton gonna create more than those two? You're playing Joelinton as a winger and leave Almiron on the bench? Are you kidding me?
I Whitmore him with my friend.
Yeah, but point. Joelinton, dog. One of our players are winger. Come on, man.
Like he's hoping that Joel Linton will dive into the box and one of those brothers will kick the ball over there and can head it in the goal. That's all he's doing. It's a hope. Two games in charge, two games. The problem with the coach going to Newcastle is that Newcastle don't really have the talent, but when you look at the team, they don't have the talent.
That's why they did not get a big
defense is awful.
That's why Newcastle did not get a big coach, because even though they have the money, I think they're looking at the possibility of them getting relegated and a big coach now goes stay. So they have to get a coach who go try to stabilize and bring them up.
And then what they're gonna have to do, they're gonna have to overpay people, they're gonna have to overpay players to come there, like 5 or 6 players.
You can't do that in the championship. Championship you can't do.
You get 9 points deduction like what Derby gets.
But well, they're gonna pay them from now. So they're gonna carry them in this window.
Speaking of points deduction, missing some rumors where Juventus might be relegated to Serie B and them last time taken away.
What?
Juventus.
You're a good thing that one.
Some pop up today, really good boy of
What do you
football.
mean?
Police, there's a police raid them office because of some of their transfers.
Yeah. Why name Berlusconi, the big man down there?
I know Anganelli or something. No,
But who hope that would happen to a next club like Bayern Munich?
That's not Germany, bro. It's a different. Everything's different.
I mean, every German kid dreams of playing for Bayern.
Everyone.
Yeah, so and Austrian kids too. So don't get your hopes up, Bojo.
And Swedish.
All right. Let's stay on track here. So Newcastle, when you say Newcastle lose again. All right, cool.
No, I have Newcastle winning that game.
Leeds and Crystal Palace.
Palace Leeds.
That's gonna be a good game. See, I really want
Leeds is at home, right?
Yeah. And Bamford might be ready. No, they actually use him in the under 23 game to this. I don't think he's ready yet.
Rafinha fire out them.
No, Rafinha fire out them. See, Rafinha was, I don't know if he was really injured or because he just come back from South America and with all the COVID. He used him in the first game and then in the Brighton game, it never really happened. But who does Rafinha out of?
But he has been if it wasn't for him, they would have probably lost a few more games this year. He has been the only bright light.
Yeah, so I don't know about
the second part about this, I think we're burying the lead. Christian Benteke, put some respect on the man's name.
Who?
Christian Benteke. Put some respect on his name.
He actually had a double. Was it the last game he had a double? Or the game before?
He has been good this season, and he has been good from the end of last season actually.
Put some respect. Please put some respect on Vieira's name, sir.
Again, put some respect on Benteke.
Vieira has
had a torrid time since the time he joined Liverpool, but he has rediscovered some of what he was. A person who would get the ball to him close to the goal, he tuck it in the back of the net, and he has been doing that at a very good clip of late. And just want to give the man any respect.
So put some respect on Vieira's name.
Just because he's an ex-Arsenal player, right?
No, funny enough, no, it's because he's a black coach. I'm kind of racist right now. At the start of the season, I'm bridging him, I bash him and I say, like, he make too much wholesale changes, 100,000, you should let go. And then probably started the season shaky, and 1,000 was having a brilliant start at Everton. You see me? I said, damn, I don't like that. True, the man of talk. But you see where he settled the ship and the young players and when bringing in the man who a good job at Palace. They actually have Palace play some good football.
Tell Blacks to put some respect from colleague name Bo Benteke. That you their job some ball.
At Chelsea ball, I'm not giving too much credit.
Again, you see, at the end of the day,
But
the
tell is
first
that
who
the
put the
ball
ball
over
back in it. Guys, we see teams like Brighton, as we were talking about before, who do all the creating and all these nice stuff, and there's nobody who put the ball back in it. What Benteke has been doing of late.
No, and I'm all gonna score though. Zaha is scoring and Edward is scoring.
But who's scoring more? And who was the one who was so far down that people were thinking he was dead? Because honestly, at one point, I thought he was
That's
dead.
why you have to give the coach credit. Come on now. This is a coach who fought with this team and come reinstill him confidence and make him say, yo, you're a striker, you used to strike for Belgium. You can score these goals. Listen, Edward is a striker, I know. And Edward first game he scored 2 goals. But the man take Edward and put him up on the wing to facilitate Benteke and make Benteke play the striker role. So you have to give the coach some credit too.
Yes, I say pull a Whitmore that work.
No, bro, those style here like that.
Edward is on the bench anyway, though. He no put Edward on the bench on the wing. He put him on the bench. He's on the bench.
No, the last game he was on the bench because he played Olise and Zaha, but few games before that he played Edward on the wing. Me watch him Black, so me know. I know that Eze is back too, so he definitely go off either up on the bench or he might start in some games. But they have a good thing going on. The Chelsea loanee is looking like a young Frank Lampard. And trust me, me not try to give him too much credit when I say this, but kid pops up and score goals. And he have like probably 4 shots and goal per game. This is big for a Premier League, look at young Premier League midfield. 4 shots and goal per game, that's big, bro.
No,
You know, he must score goals. So that should be a good game. That should be a good game. But me think Palace have the squad to beat them because Leeds is still depleted. Leeds is after them starting squad, Leeds shaky. Leeds
One of the
like
players that you haven't seen much from this year is Stuart Dallas. Last year Dallas was like,
he's been in and out of the squad too.
Yeah.
And them have to play him all over the place because them have so much.
They always do.
bro.
Well, no, it's even worse.
The miss Leeds, what did Leeds did miss? Calvin Phillips, like he hurt them, through them heart and soul, bro.
Yeah, but me see them even I use him as centre back couple games. I know him and the coach now get along because last game, the Brighton game, they subbed him halftime because him and the coach clash. The coach subbed him halftime. So there's a lot going on right now at least.
No,
I wonder if Arsenal can go back.
Success get to him head, like when a coach bring him and teach him to play that type of football. And that's all that happens. That happens every time.
I wonder if Arsenal can go back.
Now, man.
Ingrid,
Eh?
you think it's a cheaper option than Busuma? I wonder if Arsenal can go back.
The better option this summer, but
He's not going to be cheaper than this summer. This is it's an England starting midfield.
yeah, he's an English player, not
How
gonna
do you
be
like
cheap.
him to be
You
cheaper
know
than
why
this
I'm
summer?
contract situation still like?
It doesn't matter. He's an English. Right now, Manchester United will want to buy him. If he's for sale, United will pay $60-70 million for him.
Oh, United will pay 80. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So Arsenal, you'll have no chance. Get away from this.
Since United you're talking about.
Oh,
Still
we talk about that on different time.
Alright, sir. Hour and a half. I'm a bedtime.
Yeah, mine too.
All right, game them done. We don't review all of game them.
No,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, preview all of the
No, not all of them, man. Let's get the serious game then.
Alright.
Let's
Southampton, Leicester.
Why?
I'm not
Would
serious.
Draw.
You don't want
Me not go through all that game them.
But you
No.
want a serious game.
Alright.
Like a draw.
Chelsea, I guess Chelsea have Watford away. West Ham Brighton.
Watford
I
one
think
now.
I feel like Watford can't do a job.
Huh?
You hope like
Watford,
Watford was,
one
but
love.
it's not gonna be.
All right, London Derby, that's enough.
Watford, one love.
Let's be
What's
real,
that?
bro.
What's that?
Villa was Man City.
West Ham was Brighton.
Draw.
Good, it's a serious game. Villa was Man City.
Bro, we can't just skip all that game then, bro.
Why not?
Yeah,
All
Villa
right.
was Man City, and I skip all that game.
Bro, Leon Bailey for my money all the while now, bro.
You gonna talk with your with what?
All right, that's just sentiments. Let's move on. Everton was in Liverpool.
That should be a cracker. 5-0.
Bro.
5-0. 5-0 giving them. 5.
5-3.
5-0.
Do I hear 5-3? Go on once.
2-1. 2-1 Everton.
Who? But as much as more Liverpool lose, it must be joke about 2-1 Everton.
2-1 Everton. Bad man.
Everton have a defense for hold Liverpool to 1 goal, man.
You never know.
Salah
Bad man
put
at his best.
Yeah, on Thursday.
All right, and then
Yeah.
Thursday, Hurricane. Because we feel like the dog find it, you know, but that's what I want
find
to
it.
burn it.
With the Hurricane find it, man, fine.
He's scoring truth. And then I want barrel so.
Bro, it prevents
Brentford have a pretty solid defense, but I feel like Tottenham can pick them out there. 3-1. And then the game on the road. Arteta versus Curry. Blacks would have that.
I see one man put on comment to pass say 3 them a foot pass gunners.
Yeah, me see, but when I have to play now, man.
You know, you said Curry put up at that same team when play last time. And substitute Ronaldo inside there, Manchester United in the game.
Yeah?
If you play that same team and substitute Manchester
Well, and Bojo is Saka fit.
Saka? Yeah.
More Martinelli start though. Saka tired,
Bro, yeah, when them a sub Saka, me I say Pepe finally go get a game, but he looks
yeah, me like Pepe too. Listen, I like Pepe as well, but Martinelli is more direct, bro. Martinelli love football, bro. And then that one.
I don't know if the Pepe still plays for the team.
Really?
No, seriously, he's injured.
Listen, Jiggy, for a while I didn't know that he was an Arsenal player. Yeah.
It's obvious
I
that the
remember
coach
about when he got African nations qualifier already. I mean, Africa.
Yeah, all right. You see, Greg, this are the thing. Meaning that him a go African nation and the fixtures are gonna get congested now. You ought to think the coach would have want give him some game time and give Saka a break. But it look like
no coach. Oh, we can't say it.
Saka naga African nation stuff.
Jiggy, that's racist because he named Saka. He has to be African. Really, bro.
are you out man?
Well, the brother say Pepe a bug. Which team you support, Bossy?
But yes, a City man support man. I suppose the City support man.
Yo, let's
Man
not talk
City
about
or Chelsea.
Why would we talk about Pepe and this thing?
What
Listen,
make you say Pepe a bug? Because more of this conversation already.
why would we have this conversation about Pepe? Pepe doesn't worth our conversation, sir. Can we move on from that?
Blacks, let me ask you a question. How much games Pepe get?
It doesn't matter. If the coach not in rate him, what me go talk about it?
Hold on. Did
So that
rate Sancho?
your argument is not nonsense.
Blacks did only rate Sancho?
But we see Sancho do stuff at great things at other places. You know what Pepe
Did only rate
Pepe
Van de
do
Beek.
great things in France. I want to you.
He have one blimp in France and go spend $70 million fee. That's a difference. Sancho has been doing it for over 3 years in Germany. You see, there's a difference between having a blimp and then actually sustain greatness. But Sancho
and whenever Pepe played 2 games in a row, 3 games in a row at Arsenal, he performed and then the coach bench.
Listen, man. Pepe
because his underlying stats are terrible.
If I'm me and Pepe, me just pay back $70 million and release myself from the contract.
I swear, mother you to Jiggy.
Me just go borrow money and pay back. Me'll make it back somehow and pay them the money and release myself from the contract. It don't make sense.
You see if Pepe did not get the chances where Timo Werner get, the playing time at Timo Werner get, I guarantee you Pepe would have way better numbers.
He will still miss.
No?
Same way.
No, brother. Pepe problem is not in accuracy, you know, when he in front of goal. No. Pepe problem is he hold the ball too much sometimes and he try to be the same guy. That's Pepe problem is decision making.
Yo,
Pepe
Salah missed more chances than Pepe. Just that Salah get way more chances than Pepe.
Me in a forward back pan this a program here. Don't mention Salah.
This conversation has taken a 5 years.
Salah missed just as much chances as Pepe.
Well, because Pepe haven't made any contribution since he been.
I will never get back this time in my life. We're talking about Pepe.
Well, I'm blacks. Nicholas, this season we'll make it to Europa League final. A Pepe, come on, go score a free kick.
2 free kicks.
And a next goal from outside the box.
2 free kicks.
And fix the ball up the side for it. One thing about Pepe, if Pepe have made any contribution, whether you watch man side.
How will I get back this time from my life? Like, I lose a lot of time in my life right now.
How did I use that, man?
How would I
think that's all the games. I think that's all the games. Because I'm going to skip some.
You know what Pepe start against Man U? One the G star.
One the game draw, you know.
Why does Greg eat us?
No, which game draw? How that affect your jiggy?
Man U
Just a bad
wanna...
man.
No, don't forget the points. Draw again for draw. And more exciting draw like a 5-5 or a 6-6.
With Man U playing, you're not going to get that.
No man, we'll slap 6 by on one.
Them man's a part of the bus at them yard, bro.
Yeah, when we are doing next live. I game I play every day this week, you know.
Bozo and everybody have free time like you know.
Yo.
When I tell you we couldn't find you before 9 o'clock, all of a sudden you're free every day.
Yeah, no,
bro, been busy, bro.
Yeah, anyway, yo, I forgot to talk to my wife still, so manners, you know.
Yeah, but I say when we are doing next live, Thursday.
Let's let me know. Let's put it
on. He mentioned Grealish, I'm a City fan.
Again.
I'm a City fan now.
Leave it, Greg. Leave it alone, no?
No, because I'm a star Pepe dog.
So Pepe is style.
Yo, Thursday.
Grealish play about first 10 games I see.
Nicholas, no send a message for Johnny live Thursday. Zin? What time? 8 o'clock or 8:30?
But you win.
Nicholas, Palm Beach man live, bro. Chelsea
fan. Wow, that's sad.
Then you are Timo Werner, Kai Havertz fan. I'll come across
Yo, Greg, now look at that, you know.
Thursday. My gosh.
Timo Werner, Kai Havertz.
All right, anyway, I'm leaving. So,
anyway,
yeah,
that's it. Big up everybody who tune in. You don't know. We're gonna do this Thursday, 8:30. Hopefully, if Greg early. Zin? So that's the show. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're just getting to Stevie and all.
All right.